ThatNurseDre. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah, guys, last week we talked about the girls at Salt Creek in Australia that had survived that crazy attack. That was the best survived video like ever. Y'all gotta go see that. So check that out. What is going on in the world today? It's crazy, right? But we gotta get through this together. So I'm thinking like, how can I make my channel do something different on my channel? You know, whatever. Be diversified. I don't know. The mystery part of my channel. Anyways, I was just checking some things out and I was like, you know what? Some people really have absolutely no common sense whatsoever. I mean, literally none. And you know, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, right? But like, when you cause your own death, it's kind of like, did you check out for a reason? Like, is your soul calling you back up to heaven? What are you doing? Why are you checking out? Anyways, we're gonna do some of the craziest ways to die today. And y'all, let me tell you, this is like, oh, it's not funny. Okay, it's not funny, but like, it's karma. These people died because of karma. Let me explain. Kitty, would you quit eating the bed, dude? Don't eat the bed. You tore up all my pillows. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Crazy cat. Kitty! Kitty. So let's start off with a lady named Jennifer. Back in the 2000s, Jennifer, you know when the Wii was popular? You know, like you would like swing stuff and play with the Wii? You know what I'm saying?
Watch and learn, my friends.
She wanted to get her kids a Wii. Not having the money to get it, she enters a radio contest. And this radio contest is trying to give away a Wii to the person who holds their Wii. Let me explain. The rules of the contest go like this. The radio station holds the contest and they give each contestant 8-ounce bottles of water to drink all at the same time. Whoever can hold their pee the longest will win the Wii. Hence, hold your Wii, win the Wii. Yeah. Allegedly, they hold this contest and Jennifer enters the contest and she goes and she does everything. She's bound and determined to win this Wii for her kids. And so she goes to the contest, she drinks the water, she's doing great. A few hours in, people start leaving because they gotta pee so bad, so they give up. She's like, I'm good, I'm good, I can hold my pee. So she continues to hold her pee. Well, finally, they start giving them more and more and more and more water because they're trying to speed this contest up, you know, like nobody's leaving. She ends up being number 2. Like, it comes down to just her and one other person and it's getting tense and she's like, I'm gonna win this Wii, but I gotta pee so bad. And she gives up. So she ends up being like 2nd place or whatever. Somebody else wins the Wii, but she does win 2 tickets to a Justin Timberlake concert. So she got something, right? Anyways, so she goes home. On the way home, she calls up one of her friends and she's like telling her about the contest or whatever. And she's like, dude, I have the worst headache. I have the worst headache. And I think I just drank too much water. I don't know. But she gets home and like, that was the last time anybody would talk to her because 6 hours later, she was found dead. The coroner report stated that she literally died from water intoxication. What? Water intoxication. Like, who's with me here? Like, I've heard of alcohol intoxication and you can die from that, definitely, but water? Never knew you could drink yourself to death, but she apparently water drank herself to death. The family was outraged, you know, and basically they sued the radio station who ended up losing the suit, and in the lawsuit, the family ended up winning $16.5 million in the lawsuit. So they can now buy as many Wiis as they want to. Just don't hold your Wii. Next up, death by lava lamp. Oh yes, you heard me right, lava lamp. This story is about Philip. Now, Philip was an impatient man. He loved life, but he had no patience. And like a lot of us these days, we don't have patience anymore. So I don't blame him. However, Philip bought a lava lamp. You guys know what a lava lamp is, right? Everyone knows, well, I thought, common sense coming in here, right? I thought everybody knew, and it even says on the package, like, let this thing heat up slowly. You plug in the lava lamp, you sit the lava glass down in the lamp, and the lamp heats up the lava inside of the water, inside of the bottle. Now, what are you eating? Stop, man. Stop. Stop it. Philip, being the impatient man that he was, instead of plugging in the lava lamp like every other Joe Blow, he literally takes the lamp and sets it right down on the stove. The bottle, the glass bottle, right down on the stove. Turns the stove on. So he's waiting. He's waiting. He's so impatient. He just wants to see his lava flow. He just wants to see his lava flow. Finally, minutes later, the lava starts to flow. The bottle's getting hot enough that the glass is heating up. That's heating up the lava. That's heating up the water inside the bottle, and the lava is moving around, right? So he's eager. He's impatient. He's moving in closely. He's getting closer and closer and closer. And he's watching for this lava to start moving, and it does start moving, and finally, boom, pow! It explodes right in his face, sending shards of glass all at his face and neck and chest, which kills him right then and there. The explosion kills him immediately. So, ladies and gentlemen, be patient. Death by cockfight, or chicken. Death by chicken, literally. So this guy is a cockfighter. Now, cockfighters are like, they take these chickens, or roosters, excuse me, I guess they're roosters, and they like train them to fight other roosters, and they make bets on them. And this is like a whole thing that people do, especially in the South, especially in Mexico, right? They like raise these roosters and chickens or whatever just for these fighting purposes. It's almost like fight dogs, you know, like how they'll do that to fight dogs. Shout out to this guy. Anyway, so he goes to a cockfight one night, and he's really excited. He's got these little spurs, which are like little knives, that he has like attached to his rooster's legs, so that he can kill the other chicken, because these are usually fight to death. Like, these chickens fight to the death. So he's like excited. He's got his chicken ready. He's going to the cockfight. He's good. He knows he's gonna win because he put these little spurs on him and he trained him good, right? Well, at the end of the fight, I'm guessing the chicken won. I don't know, but the chicken turned on the owner and literally started stabbing him with his talons and his little knife spurs that were hooked to the chicken's leg by the owner. Yeah, now if that's not karma, I don't know what is. It killed him. He stabbed him to death. It killed him. That's karma. Death by wedding dress. This poor lady named Maria. Poor lady. This is so sad, actually. So, you know how like people will get married and then they'll do these like photo shoots where they trash the dress, and they'll like go mud bogging and they'll get mud all over their dress, or they'll like paint the dress or cut up the dress, get real artsy. People get artsy with this stuff. This was actually, I thought, was a good idea. I thought it would be a really pretty photo shoot. I've seen these photo shoots before, so I don't blame her for doing this, but she decided to do her trash the dress in water. So she goes out to a creek. They're in Canada. And she goes out to a creek with a photographer and the photographer's assistant. They start shooting. They're doing great. She's going a little bit further out, getting the dress a little bit more dirty, a little bit more wet. But as time is going on and as the photo shoot is getting better and better and going on and looking great, the wedding dress literally starts soaking up so much water that she starts to sink. And she can't make her way back to the shore because it's pulling her down so fast. And the wedding dress had got caught in the current, and with the weight of the wedding dress and the current, it swept her under. And your wedding dresses are heavy AF by themselves, but then you put a bunch of water in it. Oh, I believe it. So the lady panics, you know, she's being swept away, she can't do anything, and the photographer panics, the assistant panics. They try so hard to pull her out. They're pulling, and finally the dress got so heavy and the current got so strong that it swept her away, and the assistant and the photographer could do nothing to save her. So she was whisked away, and she wasn't found until 2 hours later, way down the stream, and she had drowned. And there was nothing they could do. Her wedding dress literally killed her. Don't get the big ball gowns. Get a little slim thing, you know, just in case you decide to trash your dress in water. Dude. Death by molasses. Have you guys ever heard of molasses? It's like honey but thicker. I don't know, what do you use it for anymore? Like candy? I think it goes in candy or something. But anyway, the year is 1919. Boston, Massachusetts. There is a molasses factory near a little town. The little town is bustling with people. People are running all around. You know, it's 1919. They're not using a lot of cars and stuff. This is like horseback time. So people are in the streets walking. You know, walking to their destinations, doing their damn thing. And there's a molasses factory right next to it, and one of the molasses tanks in the factory gave way and burst open, sending a 25-foot wave of molasses into the city of Boston, where people were just walking around. Now, a 25-foot wave, 90 feet in diameter, holding about 25 million tons of molasses, sweeps through the city at 35 miles an hour. So it's not like you're gonna run from this, okay? People don't run 35 miles an hour. Like, you can't. So it floods the entire city. I mean, it literally sends debris and molasses at like 250 feet diameter around the entire molasses place. Factory. And like I said, molasses is thick. It's not something that you can just tread through like water. It's not. It's like gonna pull you down. So this ended up killing 21 people. 21 people died. Plus a bunch of animals that were somehow in the street. I don't know. But it also injured 150 people. So 171 people were in the streets of Boston that day when they got swept away by molasses. Molasses. Ugh. Death by Bible. Did you know it could happen? I had no idea. Here we go with the karma thing again, I guess. We're in Europe, 1987. A guy named Franco Brune is arrested. Don't know what he's arrested for, but he is arrested and he's held in a cell. Now, y'all know those little bitty Gideon Bibles that like people hand out to like jails and hotels and stuff, these little things? He had one in his cell, and according to his cellmate, he thought that, you know, he'd been arrested and he'd been bad, and he felt like the devil or a demon or something was inside of him possessing him, and the only way to get that demon or devil out of him was to literally ingest the Bible. He didn't even cut it up with a knife and a fork. He just... So he literally dies by asphyxiation. The Bible chokes him to death. People, don't eat your Bible. That's not the way to get the Word of God in your heart, okay? That's not the way. That's not the way. Just read it, okay? Just read it. Don't eat it. Read it. Bars. This one's great. Oh, y'all are gonna love this. Last but not least, death by electric chair. Oh yeah, baby. I don't know if y'all have heard this story, but like, we can laugh because this guy's a murderer, so whatever. The year is 1987. We're in South Carolina. Death row, baby. Michael Anderson Godwin is on death row. Now, Michael had been convicted of murdering a woman, a 24-year-old woman with a flat iron, first of all. So that's why he's on death row, okay? He was sentenced to death row. He's sentenced to death by electric chair. Oh yeah, baby. Not the lethal injection. Oh no. Not the gas chamber. We're gonna kill you by electricity, buddy, and you're gonna feel it. Which is ironic due to the fact that he had beat a woman with an electric flat iron. Back to the story. So Michael, you know, he's sitting on death row. He's pissed off. He gets his lawyer to help him out. Now the lawyer helps him out and gets him off of death row. He's off, right? No more death row. He doesn't have to die. He just gets life in prison. They got his sentence reduced to life in prison. Now everybody's angry about this. However, karma, oh yes, karma, isn't gonna let us down, baby. So one day Michael's sitting in his cell and he's watching TV. He's bored AF, right? He's like, just whatever. He's got his headphones on. This is 1987. There's no Bluetooth, right? Headphone has a jack to it. And this jack is a wire that goes from the headphones all the way to the TV so he can hear it. And the inmates that don't want to watch TV, they don't have to listen to it, right? So he's listening to the TV and all of a sudden, static interferes and he can't hear anything. All of a sudden, it goes blank. He's dead. He doesn't hear a thing. So he takes the headphones off, tries to see what's wrong with the headphones, and he notices that the wires are not connected right. Like the wires are, they need to be cut and spliced back together because they're so old that they're like just unraveling. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, all right, I'll fix this. So he sits down on his little metal toilet. Y'all know those metal toilets they have in the cell? Like you have a bed and a metal toilet and that's it. So he sits down on his little metal toilet, decides to fix the thing. Now, he's in prison. He doesn't have all the tools that he needs for this simple little job, right? To splice these wires together. So he's like, well, how am I going to cut this? So he decides to cut the wires to be able to splice them back together so he can watch TV with his mouth. Okay? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Well, here we go. He puts the wires to his teeth. He starts chomping away. He's chomping, he's chomping. He's trying to get these wires to come apart so he can splice them together. And he's chomping, but he had left it plugged in to the TV. And the TV was still on. Oh yeah, girl. It was still on. The electrical current from the TV shoots down the wire into Michael's wet mouth through his body, because we now have something to pull the current through. Because if you have something wet and something like biological, like a body, it's going to pull through. It pulls through his body, shoots down to the metal toilet that he is sitting on, and completely, what's the word? Fries his ass. Fries him. Like, the electrical current came all the way down, hit the toilet, came back up into him, and fried him. It was hours before a prison officer would come by his cell to check on him and find him still sitting on that toilet, leaned over, dead, with severe burns in his mouth. He had literally died by his own homemade electric chair. Karma, bitch. Karma. It's almost poetic. Anyway, what did you guys think about these crazy deaths? Like, what? What? I would love to do more videos like this if you would like me to. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video and what you want to see next. I'd love to know in the comments below. Make sure you do hit that like button if you do think it's worthy. It really helps your girl out. And make sure you hit the subscribe button before you head out. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.